In a letter to the President, the Niger Delta chiefs described the interim management team set up by the Minister of the Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, as illegal and unacceptable, saying it negates the act that establishes the commission. The letter, jointly signed by the chairman of the group, Chief Nengi James Eroworio, and Barrister Ebinu George Aderigba, legal advisor, said that the tenure of the previous interim management board has expired, noting that they were not unaware of the power of the president under the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to delegate his powers to any ministry or minister to carry out any function as contained in Section 170 of the 1999 Constitution as amended.
Well, for more on this, let's turn to Chief Nengi James Eroworio, the National Coordinator of the Association of Rural Chiefs for Peace and Development. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you, madam.
Maybe we should begin from where we stopped there, the intro. Your group asking for the dissolution of the Interim Management Committee right now. Yeah. With the absence of an NDDC board, a substantive one, yeah. If the IMC is dissolved at this time, will that not leave a gap? Why exactly are you asking for it to be dissolved?
Yes, because it's illegal to have an interim. The act did not envisage an interim board. Why I'm saying so? Luckily, E.K. Clark was the leader of SOPEC, late Dapapre. I was the only youth that was nominated amongst the elders in the Niger Delta to redraft the bill surrendered to SOPEC, and we hand over the bill back to Mr. President. So I labor for this NDDC, and all documents related to NDDC is with me here. And I'm saying because the NDDC is not for political gambling. It is for development. So we are saying that by the act and the amended clauses here, they are all with me, from the recent amended clause by Senate, Mr. President is having the right to approve, nominate, and this approval need to be screened. The persons need to be screened, of which persons in the Niger Delta have been vetted. The security agency have vetted them. They passed through the DSS and the police. Mm-hmm. They have been screened by the Nigerian Senate and confirmed by the Nigerian Senate. So why an interim? Already you've given them employment. So for we, and the same Akpabio agreed that after the forensic audit, definitely they are going to be sworn in. So we are expecting that those persons that we are nominated, approved by Mr. President, screened, passed through security vetting, and confirmed by Senate. It's a litmus test to the Nigerian Senate.
During the Minister of Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio's visit to Porosa, yes, in the Gbaramatu Kingdom, he, yes, did say that he had the list already.
Thank you.
That you should give him till July,
yes, to
inaugurate
That is our concern. I want to align myself with our national leader, E.K. Clark. And I was his youth leader. And I want to say that as I'm talking now, the relative peace we are enjoying, I want to appreciate the effort of Owezide Tompolo, Tomateke, all the agitators, and E.K. Clark, and the governor of Bayelsa State. Why I'm saying so? Because the Nigerian state is not aware of what people are doing, which the shadow leaders, the key players, and the stakeholders. I'm an insider. I'm in the front of it. So I know what is happening. So Akpabio should not be gambling with the present situation. For me and for rural chiefs, we felt that development is not reaching out to our environment for a long time. So we wanted this board to be inaugurated. They have been screened already. There is no need going about with lists.
Yes, Nengi, some people would think that PANDEF, you and the organization PANDEF, are being fastidious to have given the deadline when at another forum that Ngozi mentioned, the minister had said, look, we are going to inaugurate a new board. What are you specifically against, or why are you not waiting for the end of June as even promised the Tompolo?
Yeah, it cannot, what he's talking about. Presently, the man there, Effiong, is his stooge. And we don't want stooges to be appointed. When they appoint these people and they undergo this process, there was no hula baloo. There was no, even he himself, in the national daily, even in your own news, that that board will be inaugurated. So why is he going about with the alleged Ghana must go style to put up another list?
Those are very strong allegations.
You are alleging. No, he's alleging.
So we read in the papers. People are flying in the
But the other issue one may want to look at is the political interest around the composition of the board of the NDDC. We know key players, ministers in this administration who've come up with their own list and the rest, who some people have accused of subverting the aims and objectives of this interventionist agency, and of course the people themselves too, who would not complain to authorities when they see that projects awarded in their communities are not developed.
Thank you very much for saying so. For 2 days, I was on Radio Bielsa with, in fact, in my office, I have the abandoned project of, Bielsa State is hosting the highest number of abandoned projects by NDDC. And my interest is that because I labor for it, whether I have not gained, whether appointment, nothing, I'm not interested.
And you know some of the contractors are politicians.
We have accused them.
Who are in the National Assembly.
Give me the opportunity to answer.
Go on.
By the time we go to the studio with the list, in the studio, they give me airtime, and we mention the project, and the community will now answer us. That project is not in existence there. It is uncompleted. It is not functioning. For 2 days, we have done it. So it is part of our duty to be helping the people, and those people who refuse to do their project, some of them have gone back because of what we are doing every day. So our interest is not everybody is qualified. Why are you want to pursue an issue that already have been done? So it's even a litmus test for the Nigerian Senate.
Isn't this where
the Senate has done their job?
Yes. Is this not where the forensic audit comes in? Yes. Is this not why it's absolutely important that it is carried out? $40 billion or so since 2001 till date spent on interventions in the NDDC. Yeah. In fact, a lot of people, just like Christian said, would actually say that most of the contractors are actually indigents of the Niger Delta themselves. I wonder what you have to say about that. Now, the forensic audit is one of the reasons that's been given by the minister for the delay in inaugurating a board. Yes. Is that not understandable?
Yes, we supported the forensic audit. We also added voice to it, that we support it in total. But what we are saying, that should not stop the board existence, because it is our legal right. I was a young man in 2000 and 2000. In fact, Akpabio do not even understand. If people like Odele and Atta and later Lanesea are talking on this issue, I know it was Odele that sponsored 7 days meeting, working on this NDDC bill, and hand over to Mr. President in Rivers State and Estikoli House, headed by Professor Emeritus Dagogo Fubara Dagogo. I'm saying you. So what we are saying, that we are also questioning our people who are not doing the job. So by the grace of God, I'm here to say that Mr. President ought to intervene on this matter. Let people don't use the region for their political gambling. That is what we are interested, because we don't want this thing to continue. Because while we are talking now, everybody, I've told you, we have the key players, we have the stakeholders, and we have the shadow leaders. And tomorrow you will come back to
the shadow leaders, the likes of
Tompolo. Don't mention anything. We know ourselves.
No, you've mentioned the name, so
I always said give credit to those who are relatively giving us peace and Nigerian state.
And what happens if at the end of this month the NDDC board does not come to fruition?
What happens?
What will happen?
You will hear what will happen. You don't need to hear from me.
But are you aware? Mouthpiece, that's why you're here.
No, I'm for rural chiefs.
That's what I'm saying.
But even if I'm part of the Niger Delta, it's a collective issue. You understand? I cannot. You cannot ask my national leader, Ike Clark, what will happen. Are we going to come and tell you what will happen?
But are you aware that another Niger Delta group within the region is asking for a fresh list of nominees for substantive?
I've told you. If you have the onus lies.
Does it mean the Niger Delta is not necessarily speaking in one voice?
Are we really having? I'm here as a person, and nobody may want to. I have all the documents. Look at the courier we sent to Mr. President. We are not under somewhere and parading ourselves a proxy. I'm saying that if you are a Niger Delta man, as I'm talking, people know who is talking. I'm not here to say anybody can write anything. But what we are saying is that, Mr. President, please use your position to make sure the right thing is done. And the Senate, is a litmus test to them. I have not studied this political science that where Senate will screen everybody at the end of the day because of their political interest and because they want people. We are not interested. Anybody may be nominated, but we are not happy that Akpabio is using his position wrongly, and we need to look at, because characters like Akpabio are not needed.
We need to go now.
Again. All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much.
We will avert that conflict.
Well, Chief Edwin Clark has said that he wants the best man to get the job at the NDDC board. Nengi James Eroworio, thank you very much.